Hey guys, it's Zigzag here. A month ago in my video where I ranked all the countries of the world in terms of how hard they are on country streaks, I said this.
You know what I might have to do? I might have to go and play like 100 streak games and see which ones I fail on and see if that kind of lines up with this tier list. I'll do it on the official country streak mode, I reckon, because then all the countries will get evenly weighted. That would be a good science experiment. We could test this chart against what really happens, see where I really fail.
So without further ado, it's time to test that theory. We're going to be playing on the country streak game mode, and I'll be recording the results on Excel between rounds. And I think I'll put it like at a 1 minute timer per round, just so I don't get too hung up on any specific round. It should be more based on my intuitions rather than any signs or something like that. So let's get straight into it. I'll narrate the first couple, and we'll just see how it goes. All right, no moving, 1 minute. Let's see. First one is feeling rather alpine, perhaps? Or perhaps not. Okay, we've got like a bollard, which should be a Slovakian or a Czechian bollard. So that's nice. We're on Gen 3 as well, so I feel like it is more likely to be Slovakia. And I was going to say, it does feel a bit further south and a bit more like Romania or something, because that was initially one of my thoughts. So I'm going to go for Slovakia. And it is. Excellent. Alright. Next up, we've got a black car. And these poles look Argentinian to me. Interestingly, we've got white road markings. So I think we are more likely to be in Argentina here than in Uruguay. I don't think I've ever seen white center markings in Uruguay. So let's go for that. Indeed it is. Okay. Next up, we are somewhere in Europe. We've got a flat-sided O. Interesting speed sign here. Generali. Interesting architecture. We got some language. Yeah, could it be Hungary? I don't know about that. What's the car? We do not have an antenna here. Could it be Turkey as well? I'm not sure. 30 seconds left. Okay. We have for these round poles, I think it might be Slovakia again. It could be Balkan as well, actually. Could be Balkan as well. Okay, 10 seconds left. I'm struggling to find anything that is of significant use here. I'm not sure. I'm going to go for Slovakia here. And it is. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so that's two correct for Slovakia, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next up, 1 minute location. They're driving on what appears to be the left-hand side of the road. We've got yellow inside markings. So obviously it's between Thailand and Cambodia here, and I think that's a Thai pole. So I think we can call it a day before we've even thought about it too much, right? Driving left. Excellent. Okay, next up. Feels pretty Alpsy, I would say. Maybe Austria. Yeah, so you seem to be speaking German here. What else could we say? I think this is just Austria. I don't think... Ooh, interesting antenna. I think that's Austrian as well. So no need to spend more time there. Right next to Liechtenstein. Okay, next up, I think... Ooh, is that a... I was going to say, is that a Filipino car, but I don't actually think this is the Philippines. Let's see what we got here. I can't even tell what alphabet that is. I think this is Indonesia or Malaysia, though. We've actually got a church here, which is unusual for both of those countries. Probably more likely to be Indonesian, I would have said, but couldn't count out Malaysia either. I think we're going to be on Borneo or maybe one of these islands. I think Borneo has quite a few Christians on it. Okay, Sulawesi. That makes sense anyway. So we're 6 in a row now. Okay, so we do have an antenna here, and we have a European Union flag, interestingly. Cheshire appears to be... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It's Gen 3. We have a blue strip. It's the European Union. I think this should be just Czech Republic, but I'm not entirely sure. We've got Skodas. We've got one Skoda, at least. Probably that one might be two. Not quite sure. Yeah, tough round actually. Could be Slovakia too. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get too much more, so I'm just happy to go for the Czech Republic here. Yeah, excellent. So 7 in a row. This is a good start to the video, I would say. We've got Gen 4 here. Can't make out that backplate. Could we be in Ireland here? No. Hey, can't. Maybe it's Danish, I think. No flags or anything. But this red brick building should be Danish or Dutch. And the plates are white. And they're lacking a blue strip, so I think that's much more likely to be Danish, surely. Belgium? I don't think this is Belgium. But it could be, I suppose. But I'm going to go for Denmark. It is. Excellent. So, 8 in a row. Starting off very strong. I think I want to play 200 rounds. We have a long white antenna here. Really long license plates. With no EU strip on them. So, and what does that mean with this architecture? I'm actually not sure. This isn't... I mean, it appears to be Europe. Okay, I'm going to rack my brain quickly. I haven't done country street mode in a while. But this should be... It's a weird car breakdown, man. This isn't South America or something with that. It can't be with that antenna, I don't think. So... Serbia, I don't think it is. Croatia? Oh, it's not Locam either. So I was going to say, it could be Switzerland, but I don't think so. So Croatia, maybe? So it's too rich, I feel like. So Italy. San Marino? Can you get San Marino? I don't know. Iceland. Whoa, it looks so green for Iceland, man. I can't believe it. So that's how our first one ends. Iceland slipped my mind. Everyone watching that must have thought it was Iceland. Like, it was pretty obvious in the end. Okay, guys, it's been 2.5 hours, and I've just got 5 more to go before I hit 200. This one ended on Montenegro. But let us just do this last 5. And then I will probably analyse the results tomorrow morning. We have an IKEA here. English-speaking place. Holes in the stop sign makes me think of the US. Ooh, yellow plates. New Jersey, maybe? Could be Canada. But with the yellow plate, I think it should be the US. Oh, it is Canada. So someone's crossed the border from New York or something then. Okay, just 4 more to go now. It's the first time I've missed Canada so far. Right, that's going to be an easy Netherlands. With the brick and the yellow plates. Okay, 3 more to go. Looks like Brazil. Those poles. Pretty happy with Brazil, I think. Excellent. Gen 4. Ooh, interesting. Could this be Greece? Ooh, Turkey, actually. Yeah, I think that pole was Turkish. 2 more to go. Ooh, Gen 1. That's quite rare, I feel like. And the final one should be Thailand. Driving left-hand side. Yellow inside lines, though. No, it's Malaysia. Okay, that's it. That's 200 locations. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone, it is the next day, and here are the results. So, obviously, this sample size is much too small to draw anything from even close to conclusive from, but I'll explain the data as best as I can, and you can come to your own conclusions. So, here you can see we have a country column with the number of correct answers, the number of incorrect answers, and then the total result. So for example, on Argentina I got 5 correct, 1 wrong, and that means it was 6 rounds, but a total of 4 points at an accuracy of 80%. And then in the final column, we have times, for example, on Japan, where I guessed it was Japan, but it was not. What can we say? Well, we've got New Zealand right up top. It's mostly because I had it the most times. Norway, Thailand, the UK. Of course, some of these I was guessing incorrectly as well as correctly. But you can see there was a bunch of countries where I was getting 100%, moving down a bunch on 83%, Canada, Mexico, Russia, the Netherlands. Poland gave me some real troubles, even though I guessed it twice correctly and only once incorrectly. I guessed other countries to be Poland 4 times, other countries to be Italy 3 times, other countries to be Portugal 3 times. So you can see that that Mediterranean area is quite difficult for me. Also Eastern Europe with those Poland ones. What else can we say here? Then down the bottom we had Czech Republic, Belgium. Didn't expect that to be so difficult with the unique number plates. Latvia, Estonia, San Marino, and Spain. And here is the tier list. So this one is notably smaller than the previous one, but I mean, with a small sample size like we had, it's kind of to be expected. You can see some competitors have moved up and down the pecking order from where I expected them to be. So, for example, the United States and Canada, and what else there? United States, Canada, Mexico all moved up, I believe, and then it was just a lot of European countries that were about where I expected them to be. Colombia moved down. I got Colombia wrong a few times, I think, when I really shouldn't have. It's not a country I tend to struggle with too much. But yeah, actually, a lot of my predictions were pretty much bang on. So you can see the original list here. You can pause and go back and look at the one I just had on there if you want. But you can see that actually my intuitions were relatively correct, I would say. There's a bunch of countries that I missed out on here. Ireland, there was no Ireland, there was no Bhutan, there was no Luxembourg. So yeah, did miss out on a couple. But you can see that all in all, my top tier countries I didn't really get wrong, and my bottom tier countries all gave me troubles. So I guess that makes sense. I think I thought Italy was too easy. Yeah, Italy and Poland and Spain and Portugal really gave me some issues, and I put Portugal in easy enough because of the number plates, but really a lot of the time you are lacking number plates when you don't think you'll be, and it ends up being quite difficult. So that is pretty much it for the video. I just want to show you guys one more thing. This location was the worst of the worst that I had. Check it out. So you can see it looks fairly like Latin American with the architecture, but of course this is South Africa, and in the minute I could not get my mind to it. This woman's like clothing looks kind of South American, or at least it did at glance. And then look at these buildings. You got the colourful buildings. Even this one here has only got the front painted. This is in Cape Town, ladies and gents. But check it out. So South American looking with the long plates and that architecture. So, but it's, yeah, it says stop on the ground. I should have really gotten it. A bit of a disappointing one, but that is going to be it for the video. So I tried these 200 rounds, and I think if we're going to get anything meaningful, you guys are going to have to tell me in the comments, and I'm going to have to do more rounds to get a more significant sample size, because until then it doesn't really mean too much. But at least my predictions were there and abouts correct. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you do want another part, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch ya.